So we're at Palomane with our new friend Phil and what's your name? Jenna. Phil and Jenna, who are working for the NBN, and in the telecom box here, right in the ground. And you can see our friends here, the bees. Here with the two Lockies. You're the bee guy. I'm also a bee guy.
Banger's the bee man, and the
not
bee
the
guy.
Bee, but not the bee guy. That's right. So we're just going to give these guys our girls a little attitude adjustment here.
Grab that tool.
Yeah.
We're just gonna.
So they've worked it out now. They know we're here.
Carefully open up the telecom box here to, you know, have a look at what we've got. So I think we'll come at it this way.
Yeah, it's a good call. Just give it a good old pull here. Have you got another one of these tools, maybe?
I don't have one.
You don't have one.
Here with me. The other guy's got it further up the
You
road.
just jammed it?
Yeah.
Or just turn it like that?
They're not heavy.
Yeah, yep. Just might want to get something to put underneath it.
So, yeah. I've got a couple of lengths of timber here.
Yeah.
Oops. There we go. Couple of cockroaches. You know what? It doesn't look that big.
Do you want to get your hands under both sides of it? Yeah. And then we'll just lift it up and we'll put it across this thing.
Yeah, we do.
I reckon that'll sit nicely on top of that.
Yep.
Ready? 3, 2, 1.
Yep. Yeah, that'll do.
Ah, it's so little.
Yeah.
I think these ones that you were talking about that have been here 12 months, potentially,
I reckon I might.
they've gone and these guys have moved in only recently.
Someone's been back since.
Yeah, these guys look like they've only been here for maybe probably like a week, you reckon?
Yeah.
Because last time there was this big kind of whitish looking thing hanging from the top.
Mm.
Oh, that's in there. But you know what I reckon is?
Unless I've damaged it.
We'll bring you guys in.
Well, there's an old piece down there, right? So that's what you're talking about, right? And I'll tell you, there's the old piece that you would have knocked off a year ago.
Yeah,
Okay. Oh, small hive beetle there. Oh, off she flies. Okay, so exactly like you've described. What I think happened last year is you did disturb them, and they've had enough and they've taken off. And now what's in here is the scent and the familiarity that this is a good place.
Yeah.
And if there was a queen here at all, they pick up so many things. So that's very interesting. That's the old piece that you disturbed. You come back 12 months later. This is no doubt, Lockie, I reckon, a swarm from this year.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. So
no, well, these guys have probably only got like 3 or 4 runs of comb in there.
see what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna grab the queen. I reckon this is small enough to get the queen actually there.
Have you got the cage?
I've got the cage.
Yep.
So there's
And,
nothing to say that no one else has been
I've got a new. I'm looking at the new Lockie.
Okay. Yeah. Well, they're pretty tiny. Get the yours are the styrofoam. Because yours is a bit smaller.
There's nothing to say that no one else has been here since we were here, really.
Yeah, no, these and there's no evidence in the pit to say that they've probably been there longer than a couple of weeks, even if at the most. So, well, the chances are that these are the same bees is pretty slim. These guys, realistically, they come from other hives that are around.
But like you said, they picked up
And
the scent.
yeah, they've picked up the scent because they can smell the comb and everything in there, and they've. It's a pretty common occurrence in the telecom pits. How many of them have you come across in the pits before?
Mate, about 15 years I've been doing this, maybe 4-ish. 5.
Yeah, right. Okay.
Not heaps.
Interesting.
Any snakes and all that, or?
No. I've come across a couple of funnel webs.
No kidding.
But that's about it.
I always love the fact that. So I'm just going to take the wax off this frame, and we're going to try and save as much of that for what we've got there, what they've already built.
Yep.
So I'll just quickly grab the rubber bands there, so we're all ready to go. Whoop. Trusty rubber bands.
Tree there, mate.
Thank you, Jess. Yeah, the tree there. So you can see here that they're not too excited. They're not, we're barely smoking them. They're just hanging out. Because they're only new, so it's probably enough of that.
You can actually.
Yeah, you put your. People love that. We put
Put your
there.
hand up underneath them, see who's hanging around.
I don't want to get too upset. So what we'll do is, the best case scenario here is if we see the coin there. So what I've got here is, Phil, is there a green screwdriver in that box there, mate? That black box, please.
Yep.
Sorry to do that to you. Just put this under here to catch any of our friends here. Thanks, mate. We'll get you stung by the end of the day.
I've had a couple of stings in my time and it's not pleasant.
And people say to me, oh, you know, what's the chance of getting stung? I say, if you keep bees, you will get stung. All right, so what we might do is, I'll take one of these frames, trusty hive tool here somewhere. There we go.
I once
Thunder.
saved the bee out of a spider's web.
Yeah?
That was a mistake.
Yeah, wow. We'll just have a quick look for the queen here. Sometimes she might show herself, but what we'll do is just going to gently make a plan for them. Not going to get them too excited.
You know, most of these guys are probably all nurse.
That's right,
Nurse
yeah.
bees anyway, because during the middle of the day in this temperature, everyone else is mainly out. So
She's beautiful, dark black bees.
yeah,
So just have a look for the queen there. It's pretty important today, this sort of thing, that we just get a hold of her. Not like crucial, but we just, you see there, the bees aren't doing too much.
the one that I took out of the stormwater drain the other week took me 20 minutes of scooping them out from well underneath this big concrete pit that was probably about, you know, 1.5 metres by 1.5 metres.
Yeah, wow.
And 20 minutes later, I took a scoop and there she was.
Yeah. So we're just, I'm not seeing any queen there. We'll put some of our friends in the box.
The queen's substantially bigger than the others, yeah?
She's more or less longer rather than bigger. Like, she's not necessarily
So we're gonna
bigger so
try
much.
Yeah.
Her abdomen, actually, if you look at it, most of them have a bit more of an arrowhead shape, the queens, than the abdomens of these little guys.
Yeah, okay.
We've got a few of these bees in the box here. Still looking for the queen.
Yeah, still.
Just blurring the eyes there. What's key to us now is put those guys in the box. What we want to do is just get a little sneaky piece of this comb here. So I'm just gonna, I will use a little bit of smoke there. We'll put that.
I got my gloves here if you want.
No, you're right. We'll do this. Oh, yeah, it's up top. And just tiny little puff there. Move these girls on. I just want to get a piece of this comb. You can see the way they build it there. Right, I'm just supporting that as it comes out. Right, I'm looking on this one for the queen because she's going to want to go into the dark. Okay, so beautiful there. They've made a really good start there. Okay, so we'll just move our friends on there quick. Oh, nectar and everything coming out. So this is going to be, just try and replicate this just quickly here. It's a bit of a process, but the best, we're giving the best start. Another look for Her Majesty there. Probably see if we can't, just gonna gently move some of these bees on. Excuse me ladies, move out of the way. I might have to do that for now. So just gonna try and get this next piece here. I'm just gently, yeah, it's pretty, there's not a lot to it when it's new like this. It's difficult to, all of a sudden it'll fall off, there'll be bees everywhere. I'm looking on this one for the queen first. Then I've got this one. Nothing doing there, Loggy?
No, I can't see anything on that side.
Okay. So it just, oh look, they've got nectar in there, they've got pollen. Sure, that's beautiful.
Variation in different colours.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Good little spot. Neighbourhood.
Yeah. So we just, oh, you see it shake, yeah.
All the juice coming out.
Yeah, all it just shakes right out. Okay, so
Just fresh.
normally we'd try and replicate this in how they had it in the hive, is in the frames facing one another, but you can see it's kind of like, you know, we can't do them every favour in the world. We'll do what we can to give them the best head start. Righto, and we'll just keep going there, making sure that comb is the same way up as it was. Okay. Done that before. Get home, realise what's that dripping out of the bottom of the box, and I put the comb in.
The wrong way.
Yeah, that's right.
Upside down.
Looking for the
That's
queen
alright, they'll pick it
here.
up.
Yeah. Still looking for the queen. Just moving them on a bit there. No. Right.
You know, I find some of these swarms that you pick up, you know, you got dark bees and then potentially you bring out...
Oh, there she is.
There she is, yeah, she's light. I was just about to mention now,
Yeah,
you know,
you did
she
it,
can be
yeah.
a lighter colour. And the rest of them...
You got a shot over there?
Yeah, she's very easy to see, just here. Lighter colour, long abdomen. That's it, there she goes, running away.
See, she's going for the dark. Okay, we'll try and... I'll just go in front of her there. Just gently make the gap too small for her. Okay, once she's crawled up onto this, then I didn't want to close it off on her. There we go. Okay, oops, sorry darling, squished the bee there. There we go. They can actually get out of all those gaps, those other bees. So you can see there, that's a really good sign. I don't know if you can see her getting her in the shot there. She's crawling right in there.
Yeah, you can see her in there.
Okay. I'll just show our new friends here. They get a really good idea of what we're talking about. It's quite interesting. I'll just give myself a... Smoke is going out, that's a classic.
Put these guys down here.
See her in there?
Oh wow, yeah, okay.
See she's got the big butt there?
Yeah.
See, she tried to get out, okay? So these bees can get in and out.
Yep.
Because they need to feed her.
Yep.
There she's up the top.
Oh,
I'll put
wow.
her down so maybe you can... That's her there in the running around there. See those other bees will come out every so often?
Yeah.
Yeah, wide berth now. We're getting don't want to be too much show and tell. So the next key thing we'll do with her is just put her right in here with that new stuff that we did. And the bees, that they're going to have no other desire but to go with her. Okay. Sometimes this gets a little bit tricky because I've let them out once or twice, but just like that. Okay. Whoop.
So you're kind of like basically trapping her to kind of force all the other bees to go with her until they settle in.
So she
That's right.
she puts out a special pheromone, like a smell, that that the other bees can smell quite easily. And basically, once she's moved into that spot there, when you disrupt these guys, most of them, and put them down in front of the hive, they can generally get a bit of a whiff of where she is. And then what they do with their tails is they come down and they'll sit in front of the entrance and they vibrate and shake their wings and tails in a certain way to tell everyone where she is. And everyone, you'll probably see it soon, we'll get a few of these bees that are here and they generally start marching in by themselves. So.
Yeah, once you can see now I can go a bit quicker and a little, I don't like to use the word aggressive, but you know, you can really sort of...
But now that you've found her, you're not really looking for anything else.
Look, I don't want to squish any of these bees, but you know, it's kind of like, hey, we need to get everybody home safe and everybody out of the way. And I just saw one with a beautiful pollen sacs. And so you can see they don't really have any sort of other business other than going and coming and getting honey and coming back. So I'll just show you so you can have a look at. Yeah, come in. I'll show you that one real quick. So
while you're doing that, I might just grab this little.
Fall down in here. Yeah, it'd be somewhere about then.
Trying to come back and forth.
Yeah, because everyone, during this time of the day, there's a lot of scouts still out. Generally this afternoon when it starts to cool down, they will come home. They shouldn't, well, when they come home, the problem is if they've come home and they see you in here, they generally won't bother you though. What do you reckon, bangers? Yeah, so I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll make a plan for this. We might be able to make a plan to come back. The best case is we can make a plan to come back this afternoon or late tonight. So I'm just going to put her between two standard frames there. And
I don't know if it helps, but just leave the lid off and just barricade it off.
Yeah.
Well, actually the lid on sealed up is the best scenario.
Yeah, okay.
So it would actually probably get you to put the lid back on.
Yep.
We'll plug the holes,
Yep.
and then they've actually got no alternative then but to move on, or you know what I mean?
Yep.
You know, sometimes what we do is we'll sit the box back where the opening was, and as everyone comes home, you know, they'll move in.
Yeah.
Small hive beetle.
Yeah.
See that? Okay.
Classic that. Hey, you probably, you know,
Even in nature.
You generally won't find those, you know, unless you've got this combing here.
I don't know if you can see this on camera. Ready?
Yeah, you can.
I was doing this the other day, right? So you can sex these things, right?
Oh,
If I squeeze the beetle, right, and nothing really comes out, that's a male. Okay, so I'll show you. Now you're still alive there. I'll just go a little bit harder. Okay, see that how tiny little bit came out?
Yeah, you can definitely see that.
That's a male. If a big long thing comes out, that's a female.
Interesting.
Now the small hive beetle, I'll get a shot. You can probably get a shot there. Okay, small hive beetle.
Yep.
They will. She will eat off the top of the cap of the brood. Someone asked me that I did this whole video, and then they said, "Oh, you mentioned the beetle, but you didn't tell us what go was." So that's for my friend Courtney. If she's watching, they eat off the top of the cap brood, and she'll lay eggs in there, and then the pupa will eat through the bee larvae and the bee and honey and everything else that's got sugar in it, and then it'll really start to impact the hive. So that's what happens there.
Yeah, and left unmanaged, these guys can, you know, you open up some pretty badly managed hives, and they're in pretty epic proportions, aren't they?
I've left, we'll put that old comb in there because they seem to love that for some reason today.
As you can see, there's a bunch of them up here just chilling, hanging around.
Bee chilling.
See, the thing is, right, this was their original opening.
It's absolutely going to rain.
Down here on the top.
We might need to get our socks on here.
Thinking.
I'm just going to, how heavy is this thing? Oh yeah.
Just
Give that a bit of a brush. That's it, yeah. That's it.
yes,
Give them. It is what it is.
that's right. Oh, we got a couple.
Just brush them off.
Sorry, guys.
Yeah. That's not ideal. It's a bit of a tricky situation.
Oh, we got still some up here. Hang on. You want to get a frame?
No, I can probably just go in the box.
Don't drop it on the box.
Don't drop it on myself and that. There we go. Cut the hive tool.
Just get the lid there, bangers.
Yeah, I think you pull the lid. I reckon we're about to get wet, to be honest.
Well, it's not too heavy over top. It's like it's in patches.
There we go.
That's the right
Oh no, so now if we do this, put this on. So the best case is now we'll just mimic where that was over the top of that, as close to the centre and top of the hive as it was. Make sure that's tight but not too tight. Fix that up. So, can work pretty quickly. So,
Put the top back on.
well, we want to just make sure there's move all our friends. Come on here. Alright. Now that's a bit extreme, but I really want these guys to move on. Okay. We're just gonna. We really want to make sure this lid actually seals shut. But it's worth taking the time to see them wanting to come all the way over here. Okay, so it's really worth our while to make sure that that lid is actually sealed. Okay. Sorry, our gardening friends. Sorry, that's there somewhere behind me. Yeah, that's it. Beautiful. There. Yeah.
It's a little weapon, this one, isn't it?
Yeah, it's good. It's one I had when I was a boy. Oops. So that's actually their entrance. And we will
definitely on the angle that they were coming in at too,
yeah,
actually.
we'll
So
do our best now to.
no, you can see that they're automatically sort of coming down there, and I'll bring you guys around to have a look at what these guys are instantaneously doing. See how the girls down here, because the lighting's not too great, but what they're doing is they're facing their little abdomens away from the hive, and what they're doing is they're shaking their little bums in the air, telling everyone, you know, they've figured it out pretty quickly where she is.
Must pull them on from there, make sure it's well and truly blocked off.
Trouble is, these little guys can work their way around. Yeah, we
They'll work our way around just about anything, eh?
Yeah. I don't know if you want to plug up the, you know, the cracks around here or anything.
We will, but I'll just get this as close to that hole as I can. Working quick now because of that rain. Okay. And they'll be like, oh, right, it's not there anymore, it's here. So, that's there. Yeah, what we'll do is
go for it.
happy days.
Alright, that's a wrap for today. Thanks to my mate Bangers here.
Yeah, big guy as well.
Yeah, there wasn't much of me in that video, that's alright, it's good, we get some footage.
We'll get you on the next one.
So, no, it's alright, it's good to be along for the ride today. We've got some pretty cool footage of taking those bees out. Hopefully they move in pretty comfortably to that hive that you've given them.
Yeah,
so
we'll keep you posted. We'll do a follow-up.
Do a follow-up, bit of an update.
Yeah, it'd be good, yeah.
Sounds good, cool.
That's great.
Anyway, it's the bee guy.